Hello everyone and welcome to the Mad Tea Party.
We hope you're ready to spill the tea.
If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new to our channel, my name is Derek.
And my name is Ryan.
And today we've got something slightly different than our normal fare.
A little bit.
And that is a haul from jolly old England. We got to go to London this past summer.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun and we brought back a lot of items.
Yeah, it was a very sightseeing tour. We took students from my old school and we saw some shows, we saw some sights, actually saw some friends, and it was a whirlwind. It was
We even
crazy.
got to go to their Disney store.
We did. We went to the London Disney store, which we are going to hold out till the end to show you what we got from there. But we are going to go through all the stuff that we bought and show you all the things and where they're from.
So get cozy and buckle up, baby.
Okay, so one of the first places that we got to go was the Tower of London. If you are not familiar, I am not giving you a full history lesson, but it was a lot. It was one of the first places built that held some of the royals, and then as London expanded, it became more of a prison / other things. There are people that live there called the Beefeaters, and you probably know them from Beefeater Gin, and they are really cool. But we went through, we saw the crown jewels there, and we saw all kind, like, it is where 3 of the wives are buried.
Anne Boleyn was there, I remember that. Or actually, symbolically, she was there. I guess her actual burial site was in a parking lot.
It's in a parking lot, like back, it's back in a different area. So many cool things, too much to talk about. But what did we find? Pins. So this is actually a pin of the Tower of London. So if you look there, it's just a simple pin with some forced perspective with the Union Jack flying up top. And couldn't say no, especially when you find out that pins there are about, this is £3, so like less than $5 or about there.
It was a steal.
Craziness.
And they had several of these pins, so we actually picked up a couple at the tower. This next one we picked up is one of my favorite symbols of the UK. Here we have the Union Jack flag. I was actually looking for some like clothing items with this, but they aren't tacky enough to have made anything that I was trying to buy because I'm just a tacky American.
Unlike us tacky Americans who throw a flag on anything.
I found some hats that had the flag, but I was looking for something more like
cover print.
The whole thing
print
was the flag, or like shorts that were the Union Jack flag, but they're classier than that.
Yeah. Like I said, the people who were running the place are called Beefeaters. We actually got to sit and experience I wouldn't say a talkback from one, but we were in the chapel where people were buried, and all of a sudden he just started speaking because there was a group of us there and was explaining kind of their jobs. But I say that to say, here's what they look like. Here is one of the royal Beefeaters. This, of course, is a male Beefeater.
This next pin is a representation of some of the crown jewels we saw in there. There were so many beautiful things in there. I was like ready to...
The punch bowl. There was a giant... I know crown jewels you think are just like crowns. So many things.
Silverware. I was like, ooh, I want that spoon. So here we have one of the crowns. It is gorgeous. I don't remember which or what this one is, but it was beautiful, and we had to pick it up because these pins were all so cute.
Yes, the last pin I have from there, it was also June. And what is celebrated in June? Pride Month, and they do love their Pride Month there. Here is a pin that's a little mashup of not only the crown jewels, which you can kind of see up at the top and around, but it is also the Tower of London. What I am just now noticing for the very, very first time, and it makes me even happier that I bought this pin. If you look at the actual tower, it is what you would expect is like the rainbow. But if you look at the crown jewels, it starts in black and then to brown and then to light blue, pink and white, so that you get, it's not only the pride flag, it is the equality. So we have all of the representation on there, and I find it crazy that I did not notice that until now. I love this pin.
This next item I have is something that we actually tend to collect in a lot of places we travel. We've kind of slowed down on that since pins became a problem. But in London, we did pick up one Christmas ornament. It was at the Tower, and it was out too.
We've got another one coming. It'll surprise you.
I forgot. But we got the crown jewels as an ornament. It's very pretty. When I saw it, I was like, well, we're going to have to buy that. Super sparkly and super jewelly.
And it made it back to the States.
Yep. So I'm very excited about that ornament. This was one of my favorite things we saw in London because it's so pretty. And I have expensive taste.
Finally, on that day, this was not from the actual Tower of London. My friend that was with us, who was one of our chaperones, actually all of our chaperones were my friends, really. This is one of them. They know how crazy it is to take care of 25 other people's children. And so I was bought random gifts every now and then, and this one is truly me to a T. Not only does it say I love spreadsheets, it is a notebook, and I don't know what my obsession with notebooks is, but I also have an obsession with putting everything in a spreadsheet. And so my other friend, who is a spreadsheetaholic, got me this, and she's the best. So I brought back actually, I was about to say just one notebook. There's another one coming.
Just you wait.
Just you wait.
Speaking of gift, one of Derek's students got me this mug that I'm obsessed with while we were in one of the places in London. I actually can't remember. I don't remember what store she got it from, but when she brought it, it cracked me up. So it says, "Nobody knows I'm gay." Because it is a big secret, and it was a big secret among his students, obviously.
Apparently.
Nobody knew. So I just thought that was hilarious and amazing. So
I will say the one thing I'm going to miss about my older students is this humor. Me showing up and introducing, this is my husband, Ryan. And actually a lot of them, some of them had met him already. And then this is what they get.
This is what I get.
On one of our second or third days, we ended up seeing our very first West End show. Mm-hmm. And we did not get to choose the shows we saw on this tour, which was kind of crazy to me. So we won't talk too long about the theater we saw until the last show, because that one we both enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed it, I think, a lot more, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But we saw Mrs. Doubtfire. So I tried to buy a pin. They were sold out, and
the show was bad.
I do like flop musicals, but that show is awful. So it was sad.
The next show we saw was Wicked, which we also really liked. The actors had some enunciation problems when we saw it, but we knew the show so well that it didn't really matter.
Yeah, and they were talented. It was a really good cast. Still a great show. Always a good one. It may have been the 5th or 6th time I've seen it.
So we didn't buy any merch at Wicked because we had seen it so many times, and we do love it, but we didn't need it. I honestly don't think we should have seen it. Well, if we had the choice, we would have chosen to see that in London because there were so many things we could have seen.
We were trying to see Starlight Express.
Yes, we were.
We were trying to see, I think, even Mamma Mia, because it was...
At least it's like running.
It's not running on Broadway and hasn't in a while.
But the third thing we got to see was at least a very London show. It was the Mousetrap, Agatha Christie.
It is the longest running play ever in the world. I won't give you an exact date until I look at something over here, but it's a Agatha Christie murder mystery. It is a slow burner, which I think is where
on the slow.
Where Ryan had a little bit of an issue.
I mean, I was happy to see something that was so British and not something we have, but it's just not something for me. It was so much talking, not enough action. I needed to see things happen, and all they did was tell everything that happened, and I couldn't listen to it anymore.
Old school murder mystery, but we did buy things from there. Let us start with the normals that we would always purchase at an event. Pins. Mm-hmm. Also, actually, let me start with this one, because this we thought was like a lapel pin. Like I go like this, like we wear all the pins we buy. But this is more of like it has like the button backing to it. I'll show you that first, actually. So it's one of these kind of pins. But I loved that it came on a library card. And at the top, you get Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap. July 9th is not the date we saw it. That actually may be the day it started, but I don't know that at this moment. And on the typewriter pin, it says, very few of us are what we seem. ... Agatha Christie. I just saw a pin and had to have it. And it will probably go on like my school bag.
Yeah.
Because it's super cool.
The next pin that we picked up is actually an enamel pin like we collect, and it is a thumbprint mouse, which is the normal logo. As you can see, it is an adorable little mouse and a fingerprint. Our camera hates it, so it's only going to show it to you for a second. So there's that. But I do love this pin. It's very cute.
I think they did a really good job of like taking like I would have never thought of that as marketing, like a thumbprint and the mouse of the Mousetrap like going together.
So it is going to go on our theater board that we have not put together
Our theater
yet.
board we haven't put together.
It'll exist someday. We have lots of pins for it when it does come to fruition. The next thing we got, I got a t-shirt. I just really liked the logo. I liked the look of it. And because it was the most London show we saw and it said London, I wanted the t-shirt. So Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap, London on the back. You have that cute little mouse with the lines. So it started in 1952, it appears.
Oh, there it goes.
So it's been running since then.
I was about to say, it just hit 70 years 2 years ago.
So that's pretty cool.
That's amazing. The last thing that we picked up was a script of the show, but it is exclusive only to the theater that it plays in. So here's the front of it. You got Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap. This was their 70th anniversary edition, and you'll see it is unique to the St. Martin's Theater. And they stamped it, if you saw what it said. They stamp it, the mouse. Just that. I love it. I love it. See, our camera still doesn't like it. It doesn't know if it's red or black. So you get a nice little stamp with the performance number. And so here,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
When you buy it, they open it up and they stamp it. And when one of our other students saw that, they ran out and bought one as well because it's such a cool idea. So we saw performance number 29,654.
Jeez. It's a long time, y'all.
Yeah. The next place that we traveled to and purchased some stuff from is Oxford. Now, I had to clarify with a friend while I was there. This is Oxford. That is not in London. This is Oxford, like where the college is, the university. So this happens to be a place where they filmed a certain magical school film, several locations, but also they filmed what, Ryan?
Mamma Mia 2.
Mamma Mia 2, and we got to sit. I know. It's like of all things. After seeing all of that, we went to a store and we had to buy these hoodies. I'll show yours first.
We want people to think we went there.
So, you know, they were proudly selling all of this. It is one of the oldest universities, from what I understand, in the world. And mine is white with a like burgundy maroon inside hood. Yours is from back there it looked like. So
see,
mine has
like, whoa, is yours navy too?
I know. So mine has a burgundy inside, and the embroidery is all in burgundy. And then
it's the same thing but green and navy.
Yeah.
These were just cute, and they were a really good price. I don't remember what they were, but they were good price.
I also remember the guy looking at us and going, "You're this size," and I was like, "I don't know." And I tried it on, and was like, "You know what you're doing, sir."
I didn't ask him. I just bought the biggest size they had because that's how I buy.
We like baggy hoodies anyway.
All right, next up, we found a very cool. Really, it was a pop culture store, but we ended up really spending some time in the record part of it because we do actually collect some vinyls. And so, actually, to show you first. This was the bag we got from the shop. It was called the HMV Shop. It was in the shops near Oxford. And we found some very cool vinyl records. The first one I'm going to show you is my baby, this S Club 7 vinyl. Actually, there's a lot of songs in here I don't actually know, but I loved S Club 7 when I was Actually, I think it was 6th grade when that show was on, because I used to watch it before I went to my horseback riding lessons. But I'm very excited about this vinyl. I've been waiting to film this haul video so that I could take it out and listen to it. So that will probably happen this afternoon. If you also are an S Club 7 fan, comment down below. I showed this to our British tour guide, and her response was, "But they're just known to be so bad." That's fine, okay?
She was hilarious.
So
I went the nerdy direction and got myself, after Ryan spotted it for me, a Doctor Who vinyl set. So we have here, it's called Doctor Who The Highlanders, and this is some of the lost adventures from Doctor Who. Basically, over the years, BBC has either lost archival footage or have lost tons of different radio programs, scripts, and sometimes they refine them. So they refound these scripts and re-recorded them, and I don't even... Oh, introducing Jamie McCrimmon, and they play whichever Doctor is in this, because if you know Doctor Who, you know Doctor Who. They change quite a bit. So this is 2 different vinyls with 4 different episodes, dating from 1966 and 1967. And just like Ryan, I can now listen to these because we've unboxed them.
yeah, I actually found this in the record store and had no idea what I was like. Look, Doctor Who, thinking it was just like a soundtrack, and he's like, "Oh, this is episode."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, that's weird."
Yeah, they do. Well, it went off after it was a TV show. It got canceled and became a radio show, and then finally came back in the 2000s. There was an American movie mixed in there, but it went to the radios, and that's what this is, like a radio drama.
Making radio with
Yes.
baby.
So, when in London, you gotta go to the Globe if you're there for theater. So, we went to the Globe Theater, which is Shakespeare's theater. This is a replica. The original burned down, and this one was rebuilt. There's actually an American who funded part of it. I got a lot of history while I was there, and I am not going to spout it all out. He will yell at me. But...
I'll edit it out anyway, so...
I know. I know. So, the first thing I'm going to show you is this amazing bag. What fools these mortals be, and this is from A Midsummer's Night Dream, if you did not know. The reason this bag was the one I purchased is because it is the only Shakespeare show I've ever been in. And I have done it 3 different times. And so when I had the choice, this was what I got.
Yeah, that's actually one I think most people see. It's the most popular Shakespeare show.
Yeah, and...
Other than Romeo and Juliet.
We were in it together. All right. So, digging on in. Whatever you... Yeah.
First up, I was actually curious if I remembered to put this back in the bag or if it was still in my closet. I actually haven't worn this yet, but I love it so much. The way it fits and looks is so good. But I got a hat there, All the World's a Stage, which is also a Shakespeare quote. It's just really... I really like this color. I didn't already have a hat this color, and it's a gorgeous little hat, so I'm excited about this. This is just... As someone who is an actor and spends a lot of time on the stage, this is, even if you don't know it's Shakespeare, it's something I should just own.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was like, well, that's what I'm buying here. And here we are.
So I promised another journal. Here it is. One of the shows they had going this summer was Richard III, and I found this really cool journal. It is black and says, "Why strewest thou sugar on that bottled spider whose deadly web ensnareth thee about?" From Richard III. It's one of the histories. I liked the spider in the bottle, and I didn't want to buy all Midsummer stuff. So I thought it was a really cool book, and I if you could see my storage at school, I realized how many of these I actually have, and around the house I don't even want to count.
I don't want you to either. Next up, they had this adorable, they call it a tea towel, adorable tea towel that, first of all, I just love things like this. So this is a compilation of all of the colors used in the Globe Theater.
It's swatches of all of the colors and named after different characters, different moments of Shakespeare, different things that around the theater.
And it's very specific to, like, specific things, like the Lord's box is the thing that's there.
Steward is something that you would only... The Groundlings.
Yeah, so I thought this was very cool. I have one like this from New York as well.
Playhouse Brown.
Yeah. So this, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it, but as actors, this just felt like something cool to own.
Yeah.
So we own it now.
I also like to buy a lot of things to put together, like Legos. And also, you probably remember from our Disney trip the roses from the China Pavilion. I got a model kit of the Globe Theater. So if you were unfamiliar with the Globe, this is what it looks like. And inside are not only instructions, but all these different pieces to cut out. And yes, oh my goodness, it is actually cutting. I thought it was going to be perforated. Nope, I'm going to be getting out one of my straight edge razors. And this is going to take me a very long time and take up a lot of time. But it's going to be one of those... I know, it is so much. I really wanted to build it for my classroom. And so I may build it at school and slowly put it together as the year goes on so that the globe is finished by the time the school year is over. But I couldn't pass that up. Especially for only... It was 10 pounds. Mm-hmm. It was so cool.
The next thing we have here is our second Christmas ornament that I forgot about. It was from the Globe, as you can see. It's so cute.
I love the little Christmas trees on it.
Mm-hmm. It's on this little gold ribbon. The back is exactly the same, but just the inverse. It is wood with green print as opposed to green with gold or wood print. So that is very cute, and it's going to look very cute on our tree.
I love that the tag calls it a wooden bauble, because the ornaments that are like that are technically baubles. And
each bauble is unique.
Yes, it is. Oh, it's so cute.
If you're interested in this ornament, there's a website right there you can go to. Write it down.
Last little bit from the Globe. I saw this and I said, that is a couple days of school's worth of lessons. It's a Saving Shakespeare escape room game. So, I got this really to play at school. Travel back in time, stop him doing time, and basically you just kind of use. It's like any escape room, and you're trying to help him not get into jail and all that goodness. And I'm excited. It's also labeled as easy because I teach the littles.
Almost
and
tricky.
They need it. Almost tricky. It's like right at the level where it could be tricky. Mm-hmm. But if you feel like reading about it, you can hit that pause button. But there you go. It's got some really cool pieces. There's also, if you want to learn how to play, scan that QR code. But I was super excited when I saw that. And yeah, I'm the nerd who brings back things for school.
Dweeb.
I know.
This next thing is a pin that we picked up there. That was just an obvious have to pick up. Here we have Shakespeare holding the skull as though he is Hamlet.
Yeah.
To be or not to be. So that was an obvious pickup. It will go on, I guess, on our theater board. I think we're also going to add just like travel pins because we have some things just from places to that, probably the same board. Or maybe...
Since theaters normally travel for us,
yeah.
It'll probably be a theater, or maybe a small travel board.
Maybe
it might break out.
If they need their own.
It might end up breaking out. Who knows?
Who's to say?
No one.
But this one could actually go on either one because it's theater related. So just think about it. All right, so next up, this was actually something that I mentioned earlier on in the trip to one of Derek's students that I had been looking for this for years and just thought it didn't exist. I didn't actually plan on finding this in the UK. I just like made an offhand statement. Like there's this one Harry Potter one that I always wanted and they never had it anywhere at Universal or anywhere I looked. Well,
one of my smart students found, not even in Oxford, in Stratford-upon-Avon. There was just a random store, and she pulled Ryan in to get this.
She said, "Look what I found. You have to come with me." And I followed her. And here we have the box.
If you can't tell by the color, just you wait.
I am one of very few people who want this wand, as I was told by many of the students. She is hated, I guess.
However, she is one of my favorite characters, and maybe one of the best villains ever.
She is my favorite character, which is why I wanted this. Here is the wand that belongs to Dolores Umbridge. Ever since I laid eyes on this, I was like, oh, if I'm going to be buying wands at those parks, that's the one I want. It's so pretty with this little pink detail in there. Obviously, she's a pink lady. but it's just beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I really do want to put it on display.
We do have like we have wands that we purchased that are not from characters.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hazel wand, and you have
Mine is Ivy.
Ivy. So I was thinking of, look at you doing all this magic.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I was thinking of making a stand for all of them to hang on the wall, so maybe that'll happen. But hers came with this little tag. Dolores Umbridge. And it clips on.
Yes, and it is actually Harry Potter Wizarding World official.
Yeah, it is official.
Maybe they sell it in the park now.
We saw it online at one point, and that's where I think you saw it, and then we went to the park, and everybody had purchased them.
No.
Or there were just none.
Yeah, I don't think everybody purchased them. Apparently everybody hates her. What's wrong with you people? I mean, she's horrible, I get it. But still, what's wrong with you people? We did come across the Disney store in London, and to be honest, we were a little disappointed by the selection. It was a lot of toys.
They had a normal Disney store with toys, but not as many pins as others may have.
Yeah, they didn't really have many mystery boxes, which was kind of sad, but we did get our hands on some pins, which we were excited about. So that was enough for us.
And as we were checking out, the lovely cashier was just chatting us up because you hear our voices and you know that we're not from there.
She was so nice.
And she was so kind. She even went to go look to see if they had something else that we were looking for.
You asked if there were any special edition pins that only they had that maybe we missed.
I was asking.
She said, "Let me go look," and she went.
Yeah, she went over and looked. I was like, I just want something like London exclusive, and she said,
"Normally we do, but guess not right now."
So she did give us a gift as we checked out, and we got this really, really cute key from Up that has Carl Fredricksen over on one side and Russell on the other. And this is for the 15th anniversary of Up. And I don't know how it's already been 15 years since Up has come out. 2009. I remember that year very, very fondly. And I saw it in the movie theater that year. But it was a nice free gift. And we were like, thank you.
Next up, we also found this pin that we bought as a gift for a friend, and now I kind of wish we had bought one for ourselves because I really like it. But it's so cute. They had this Country Bear Jamboree Parades pin, which also is and was available in the States. We just saw it there first, so we got it there. It's just really cute. We actually, after buying this, came back and went to Disney and experienced the new Country Bear musical Jamboree, I think is the new name.
Yes.
It's so
good. It is so good.
10 out of 10. Highly recommend. It's now I have to every time I go to the park, and that wasn't the case before. This
next pin is also for that same friend. It is from Star Wars and was discounted. I don't think many people bought it. I saw it on the Disney store at some point, and I think it is from the 80s, from the TV specials that are like lost in existence. But look at this adorable pin. It is a pin celebrating Life Day in 2023, and it's got 4 Wookiees on there holding some crystal balls. So, it is a limited release, and is a really cute pin. It's flocked.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's cool.
Touch that.
I can see it.
So, their robes are flocked.
That's cool.
Look at those flocked robes.
I didn't notice that before.
Me either. So cool. That made it even cooler. Oh.
This next pin is one that actually we got it there, and when we went to the parks this summer afterwards, I saw it there, and I don't know if I said, like, I think I might have gotten that, or if I just ignored it, but I'm so thankful I didn't buy it.
And I think I kept saying, Ryan, don't you want this pin? Like,
don't you not have that one?
You don't have this one?
I don't feel like I need that one right now, I said, and obviously I didn't, because it was waiting in this bag that we needed to film. This pin here is from Alice in Wonderland. As you can see, it is a teacup featuring many of the characters, including the White Rabbit, the Queen of Hearts, Alice, the Cheshire Cat, and the Mad Hatter. It's just a cute little open edition pin that they released. They really do me dirty by releasing so many Alice pins
at
that
one time.
Have to be choosy, but cute little pin.
And I had to purchase a pin of my own. And I don't know if we saw this one in the park or not, because I feel like I might have accidentally rebought it if we had seen it. Because I forgot that I bought this. Here we have Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz. And they are on the car that they built together for Sugar Rush Racers. It was just, there's not very many pins of them. Mm-hmm. And I do have a small Wreck-It Ralph collection. And so I had to pick it up. And it's got weird sparkles in weird places of the goopiness on the car. And I actually, looking at it again, I don't remember seeing it in the park.
I don't know why I feel like I could be wrong. I feel
we might have saw it. I might have said, I don't need that one right now.
No, I am wondering if you did get it. Did you get it at the store, the Connections in Epcot, when you got the Nemo cast pin at that wall? There was a Wreck-It Ralph pin that you got off of that, but I can't remember what it was.
I'm going to have to check, because something might be going in the traders. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you happen to be curious about our other content, which is normally a ton of Disney unboxings, click that subscribe button down below.
Or off with your head!
Hey, that was nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Throw that in there.
Hit the like button for that alone.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead and hit that.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe and leave us a comment down below. What's your favorite thing we picked up in the UK while we were there? What is your favorite thing?
I'm trying to think of like I really like my Oxford hoodie. It's very comfortable, and I just feel like I'm gonna look special, like I went to Oxford.
That's fair. I actually think I'm gonna go with the Dolores Umbridge wand. It's been a long time coming.
It has been. It has been.
So thank goodness she's here.
But also, I do have a second thing, so don't make fun of me. I forgot about it. And that is the Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap script that has the stamp of when we saw it. That is truly, I think, my number one, followed by the Oxford hoodie.
There.
But you guys, thank you so much for sticking around, and we hope you all have a golden afternoon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
If you don't care for tea, you could at least make polite conversation.